Hello guys, good day. So for today, our group will tackle about total quality management or the quality control technique. So ang nga gid pala kinahanglan gid mabalaan or kinahanglan ito ng total quality management. So ang purpose na is to reduce errors kag i-maintain ang quality sa products or services. So So what is the TQM? So total quality and management. Sa total, involvement of all levels in organization. Uh, means tanan nga ara sa organization is part or responsible sa pag-maintain sa quality and services. Tapos, next is quality. Quality degrees of excellence and conformance to degree to agreed requirements. So, continuously improving the product and services to the customer. So, bali, ang quality naman niya, nag-exceed ang gusto sa customer. Ano siya. Next one is management. Management, act, art, and manner of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling quality. So, bali, sa management, of course, ga-manage sang tanan, manage everything. So, with data and profound knowledge. So, kung i-combine, tani sila tanan, ang total quality, kag ang management, so, bali, ga-focus, gid ni sila sa customer satisfaction and nagahatag sa naming experience sa customer in order nga mag-retain ang customers.
William Deming, the one who developed the TQM, a management consultant whose work had a great impact on Japanese manufacturing, published the book titled Out of Crisis in 1982, which he outlined 14 points. He believes that variation threatens manufacturing, which this variation refers to inconsistencies in parts, delivery times, practices, prices, and other key components that should be uniform to reduce waste. Definition of TQM. Total Quality Management or TQM is an integrative philosophy of management for continuous improving the quality of products and processes. TQM functions on the premise that the quality of products and processes is the responsibility of everyone. Management, workforce, suppliers, community, customers. This means it's used to maintain the quality of products and services to combine all the elements of quality control techniques to continuously improving of the organization.
Total quality management is a leadership and management philosophy, process, and guiding principle stressing continuous improvements through people involvement and qualitative method focusing on total customer satisfaction. So, amo to ang in-explain ko nga. Ang total quality management, amo ni sa angka, uh, ga-focus, gid pala sa customer satisfaction and naghahatag sa naming experience sa customer in order na magbalik-balik ang customer. Next one is uh, other definition of TQM, a management approach of an organization centered on quality based on the participation of all its members and aiming a long-term through the customer satisfaction and benefits to all members of organization and society. It is both philosophy and set of guiding principles that represent the foundation of continuous improving organization. So, na siya. Next one is, so in summary, PQM means doing the right thing, right, the first time, doing it all the all the time. Always striving for improvement and always satisfying the customers. So, muna siya. Total quality management refers to a guess for quality in an organization. There are three key philosophies in this approach. One is a never-ending push to improve, which is referred to as continuous improvement. The second is the involvement of everyone in the organization. And the third is a goal of customer satisfaction, which means meeting or exceeding customers' expectation. The four phases of TQM: planning, doing, checking, and acting. In planning, employees have to come up with their problems and queries which needs to be addressed and came up challenges in order to analyze the problems root that cause in day-to-day operation. They required to research and collect relevant data which would help them find solution to all problems. The plano pa lang. Next is doing. In doing, employees develop solutions for the problem defined in planning phase. Strategies are devised and implemented to overcome the challenges faced by the employees. The effectiveness of solutions and strategies is also measured in this stage. Ginaubra na. Next one is checking. In this phase, people do actually the comparison analysis of before and after data to confirm effectiveness of the process and measures the result. So sa checking, ina-check nila kung sa bago man sang before nga implement ang solusyon kag pagkatapos nga gin-implement ang solusyon. The next one is acting. In acting, employees document their result and prepare themselves to address to other problems. So, ang last phase is ang acting. Meron siya ang ang empleyado nag document na sa ilang result kung okay gin man or hindi ang ilang solusyon kag amo na siya para maka-prepare sila na mag-address naman sa lain nga problem. Next one, the importance of TQM. One is to ensure quality in companies' products and services. For customer satisfaction, increase revenues, reduce waste, induce teamwork, encourage innovation. Elements of TQM. To be successful implementing TQM, an organization must concrete on eight key elements. First is the foundation. It includes ethics, integrity, and trust. The second is the building bricks. It includes the training, teamwork, and leadership. And the binding motor is includes communication, which is amo na siyang ayo sa sagwa ang makita ta. And the roof is the recognition, ang isang sa ato. TQM describe a philosophy that makes quality the driving force behind leadership, design, planning, and improvement initiatives. These elements are divided into four groups according to their function. The groups are foundation includes ethics, integrity, and trust. Number two, building bricks includes training, teamwork, and leadership. Number three is binding motor includes communication. Fourth is the roof includes recognition. TQM is built on a foundation of ethics, integrity, and trust. It is foster openness, fairness, and sincerity, and allows involvement by everyone. This is the key to unlocking the ultimate potential of TQM. These three elements move together, however, each element offers something different to the concept of TQM. The first one is the ethics. Ethics is a discipline concerned with the good and bad in any situation. It is a two-faced subject represented by organizational and individual ethics. Organizational ethics establish a business code of ethics that outline guidelines that all employees are to adhere in the performance of their work. Individual ethics includes personal rights or wrongs. The next one is integrity. Integrity implies honesty, morals, values, fairness, and adhere to the fact and sincerity. The characteristic is what customers expect and deserve to receive. People see the opposite of integrity as duplicity. TQM will not work in an atmosphere of duplicity. The last one is trust. Trust is a byproduct of integrity and ethical conduct. Without trust, the framework of TQM cannot be built. Trust fosters all participation of all members. It allows empowerment that encourages pride, ownership, and it encourages commitment. It allows decision making at the appropriate level in the organization, foster individual risk-taking for the continuous improvement, and help to ensure that measurements focus on the improvement of the process and are not used to content people. Trust is essential to ensure customer satisfaction, so trust builds the cooperative environment for TQM. Building bricks. Basing on a strong foundation of trust, ethics, and integrity, bricks are placed to reach the roof of recognition. It includes training, teamwork, and leadership. Training is very important for the employees to be highly productive. Training is the Training the employee requires interpersonal skills, the ability to function within teams, problem solving, decision making, job management, performance analysis and improvement, business economic and technical skills. The next one is teamwork. To become successful in business, teamwork is also a key element of TQM. With the use of teams, the business will receive quicker and better solutions to the problems. Teams also provide more permanent improvements in the process of operation. And the last is leadership. It's a possibility that the most element of TQM it appears everywhere in organization. Leadership in TQM requires the manager to provide an inspiring vision, make strategic direction that are understood by all, and still values guide subordinates. Binding mortar. It is the one who binds all the elements together. The all-encompassing mortar of the TQM building is communication. It It acts as the vital link between all the elements of TQM. Communication means a common understanding of the ideas between the sender and the receiver. The roof. Recognition is the final element of TQM. It is the most important factor which acts as the catalyst and drives employees to work hard as a team and deliver their very best. Every individual is hungry for recognition and appreciation. Example of total quality management, healthcare organization, multinational companies, developing companies, and construction industry. One of the most famous examples of total quality management is Toyota. Toyota is the implemented Kanban system to make its assembly line more efficient. The company decided to keep just enough inventories to fulfill customer orders as they were generated. How does the TQM contributes to the quality control? TQM oversees all activities and tasks needed to maintain a desired level of excellence within a business and its operation. This includes the determination of a quality policy and creating and implementing quality planning and assurance, quality control, and quality improvement measures. Total quality management aims to hold all parties involved in the production process accountable for the overall quality of the final product or service. Where or how it is applied in real life. Total quality management or the TQM is an ongoing process of detecting and reducing or eliminating errors. It is used on streamline supplies chain management, improve customer service, and ensure that employees are trained. In applying this total quality management in our daily lives, we can use the 5S principle or system. The first one is sort. This step is to eliminate all the unnecessary parts of the process, whether this can be wasted time, money, outdated habits, and much more. For example, in our room, we have the things that we do not need, so we need to get those things out because they occupy space. Or, for example, in our friends list in Facebook, we unfriend all the unknown people in our friend list so that we can only see or we can easily see our friends that we know. The second is set in order. After we sort things out, this step is putting a place for everything. This will help us to easily find what we need. For example, if we have books, we should put it on the proper place, the bags or the clothes, etc. Next is shine. This step is to keep everything clean and tidy and organized. The fourth one is standardize. This step is means turning the goal into reality and ensuring that this practice will become a habit. Giving yourself a small reward for the accomplishing major milestone because it will give this motivation to do more. Lastly, sustain. This step is to hold on into the fourth step that mentioned. This step will maintain and to keep practicing the processes. The pros and cons of total quality management in manufacturing. Pros of total quality management in manufacturing. The main focus of total quality management is continual improvement. It requires the effort of everyone, so when policies are put in place, everyone needs to keep an effort. By creating a product from the standpoint of a consumer, this can only help those developing the product to see what works and what does not. They can be, they can then begin fixing and making the correction as needed. Things usually get done right the first time. The focus of total quality management is to save the company money in the long run by eliminating possible errors. Cons of total quality management in manufacturing. Sometimes, with the placing all your energies to making things work better, the ones that already are working may get ignored. There is limited creativity in total quality management for developers as they are limited to working and fixing according to what consumers think. There is a lot of pressure placed on employees to get things right the first time and not much room for trial and error. Perhaps one of the biggest problems with total quality management, and perhaps why so many companies do not want to use the system, is because it's very effective in the most short run. The idea and actual implementation may prevent a large recall, but in the meantime, there are upfront costs associated with it. In order to really implement total quality management, the company usually has to stop production in order to make the necessary changes. These create a problem with sales and deliveries to customers naturally. Highly trained professionals are usually needed to come into the factory to test and retest product, which can be very expensive. Usually, every members of the organization gets involved with the process, then nothing gets done until that happen. So, this is the theory of TQM. As you can see, there is a branches that includes strategic and systematic approach, decision making based on facts, communication, continuous improvement, focus on customers, employee involvement, process centered, integrated system. I cannot uh, explain this further because the supposed person to explain this did not send his or her voice record. So let's move on. Obstacles in implementing TQM. Once an organization embarks on TQM, there will be obstacles to its successful implementation. The eight most common obstacles were determined by Robert J. Master after an extensive literature research. These are lack of management commitment, inability to change organization culture, improper planning, lack of continuous training and education, incompatible organizational structure and individual and department, and lastly, effective measurements, techniques, and lack of access to data and results. So, these are our sources, and that